YouTube, what's good? This your boy Hendrick back with another video, and today we are going to react to a this young lady here. Got found this off TikTok. Apparently, she went to a singles mixer out in Charlotte a few days ago, and she's giving her story on how it went. And from the looks of it, it sounds like there was just about an 8-to-1 ratio of women to men who there were, according to her, I think it was 75 women who showed up and only 10 men appeared. So we're going to she broke it down into two videos. So we're gonna watch both, and then I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts, fair use. And without further ado, man, let's get to these quick videos.
Check headed to a speed dating event that I am not excited about. This is actually my worst nightmare. But here we are, trying new things in 2025 in the name of IRL dating and deleting the apps. So here we go. Oh, and here's the full fit. Cute, but like a little sexy. I don't know. Maybe she's sexy. Who cares? Whatever. Bye.
I'll stop it right there. Looks like I mean, her fit looks presentable, professional. I like the fit overall. I think she's in corporate America, so she works. Probably has an office job of some sort. So, all right, let's get to the rest of it.
I'm here realizing I actually really don't want to do this. Really don't. Like everything in me wants to turn around and go home. You know when like your hair just didn't turn out how you wanted it to, and parking was hard, and you're breaking out, and you're just kind of trying to find any reason you possibly can to go home? That's me right now. That's why I came here. I need to fix my attitude.
So clearly, she had anxiety. She had anxiety. She didn't want to go. I think this was her first mixer. I've never been personally, so I don't know what she was feeling, but she definitely had a high level of anxiety, nervous, which is normal. You going to an event where it's going to be a bunch of women and men there, and you're trying to find love at the end of the day. So I get the anxiety. So I think she's going to talk about how it went overall. So let's continue.
Like prize, simply because we outnumber them. We outnumber them. Like truly. Like in there was like 75 women and 10 men. 10. I had so much to tell you. I lasted 17 minutes in there. Worst and only dating event I've ever been to. So like I was telling you.
Let's go here.
Ready, you're all fish. I just got back.
All right, so she's gonna break down further. So towards the end of that last video, she said it. Basically, you can understand why men are the prize. I'm sure the 10. She basically said 10 men were there, and there were about 75 women. So about uh, over a 7-to-1 ratio of women to men, and she alluded to it. Why are men the prize? Because women, first and foremost, women outnumber us. And the thing is, with these mixers, there's going to be a lot more women than men because women want still, despite what social media says, women still crave and want relationships. They still want love. And there's a lot of women who don't want to be alone and want to find, their potential husband or a life partner or what have you. Men, on the other hand, eh, um, most men aren't really all that interested in relationships. You'd be better suited to find, a guy maybe at the bar. Hell, men ain't even going to bars and clubs. That used to be the go-to spot for men to, want to date and really not even date, just try to pick up a woman to smash because that's what most guys want to do anyways. But at a mixers event, you're not gonna see many guys there because most men aren't. really that interested in relationships, but women are, and I guarantee you, those 10 men pretty much probably had the pick of the litter of what 75, which women they wanted to talk to. I mean, there's 75 women there, and most of those women probably didn't even get to talk to any of these men. But let's get her account of what actually happened and what went down, man. Let's go.
The most unhinged speed dating event of my entire life. Dating in Charlotte is a problem. Honestly, this needs to be studied. This experience needs to be studied. Having been here for only 6 months, coming from Houston, Texas, this is not normal. This is not okay. So I will preface this by saying I did not want to go. This is not my cup of tea. This is not how I generally meet people. I was very concerned and very anxious, excuse me, going into this. I really was. Like, truly. I tried to get out of it multiple times. I texted my best friend. I was like, I just don't think I should go. She was like, no, you need to. You need to get out there. Stop meeting men on these apps. Start meeting men in real life. As we know, men don't approach women as much in real life. So a speed dating event felt like the perfect place to meet men where they would feel comfortable approaching women and women would feel comfortable being approached. So got dressed, got cute, put my shit on, might I add, okay? And headed on down there, okay? Here's where everything went wrong. Now, the event started at 6 o'clock. I will admit, I got there at 7:30. Maybe a problem. But the thing about it is the flyer said this is a mix and mingle speed dating happy hour. First of all, I don't even know that those words really go together, but to me, it felt like kind of a come and go as we please, so I didn't want to be the first one there at 6 o'clock. Showing up at 7:30 was also not the move, though, because when I walked in, it was packed. And what do you think I saw? What do you think I saw? It's exactly what I thought I was going to see. 80 women sitting alone. No men in sight.
Man, look at that. Look at that.
None, I promise you. I will overlay a video. There were no, I could.
Man, I don't know about y'all fellas and ladies. There was a lot. There was some big, well, quite a few big girls up in there too. Now there was some overweight women just waiting for a guy to come talk to them. Man, that's crazy. Let's go.
See one man outside of the people servicing tables at this place. So eventually I get the courage to go sit down with a group of girls at a table, and I'm like, yo, what is that? Like, where are they? I know I'm late. Like, is there some sort of game going on where the men are in one room and the women are in another room? They're like, oh, girl, you just got here. You must not have heard. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, basically, about an hour ago, she came downstairs, took all the men, 10. Keep in mind, there's like 85 women and 10 men. She got the 10 men to choose the women that they wanted to come upstairs with them. So the 10 men out of 85 women chose 10 women to take upstairs. And that's where they did the speed dating upstairs, while everybody else was downstairs looking at each other. Everybody was on their phones.
Let's stop it right there. So basically, the 10 men that were there. So I guess whoever was organizing the event just decided to take the 10 men, take them upstairs, and basically told the 10 men, "All right, guys, out of the 80 women that were there, pick which ones you want to talk to and let's go." So they basically condensed the event. It was like an all-you-can-eat buffet for the fellas. You just basically could just pick and choose. All right, I want to talk to her, her right there, her. Are we surprised? Because most men don't go to this event. Don't go to mixers. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So let's continue.
Looking around like, what the hell is this? I have never been so uncomfortable in my entire life. The mismanagement, I don't even know where to start. This was a ticketed event. So the event owners knew, hey, we have 85 women RSVP'd and only 10 men. They knew that this was a problem going into the event. This was not a surprise. And I figured there would be like a level of disparity between the number of men and women because speed dating tends to attract women and not necessarily men.
Of course.
So when one girl came downstairs from the 10-person thing We were all like, girl, what's going on up there? She was like, oh, none of them are my type, so I just walked out. And they were like, well, we're going to have to replace you. She was like, go ahead. Like, I don't want to be up here. I was like, well, what were the guys like? Are they cute? She was like, girl, they're all underneath 5'9". She's like,
All right, let's stop it right there. Wow. I mean, and that right there is why men don't go to these events. This is why men ain't going. So the girl who got selected to go up there to meet and mingle with, these 10 guys, she basically eliminated them, eliminated the dudes because they were shorter than 5'9". Man, oh man. So we have a problem here. So there's already a shortage issue with men, period. Women outpopulate men by a significant margin on this planet Earth that we live on. And now women are disqualifying men really for any reason. So it goes back to the 666s. You got to be 6 feet tall. You got to make six figures and all this stuff. So women aren't even coming to these events with an open mind. I'm like, oh, what? You're 5'8"? Oh no, I'm good. Guy could be 5'8", got a good personality, charismatic, has a stable career. He might be making really good money. He has no baggage. He's healed. He works out. He takes care of himself. Nope. Sorry, you're under 5'9". You're not my type. Forget. So they just disregard how he look, his character, morals. You know what he does career wise, where he wants to be later in life, his goals, his ambitions, his aspirations. Nope, he's 5'9", so F it. So basically, and I guarantee you, most of those women who are there would have probably done the same thing. So, and then these ladies wonder why they're single and gonna remain single probably forever, for until they pass away. It's really sad to see. Let's go.
5'8", so I really only talk to men that are 6'2" and up. I was like, okay, great. I'm 5'9", so I'm the same way. Like, I really only talk to people about 6'2".
See, she said it herself. What did I say? I bet most of those women there probably share the same sentiment as far as her requirements. She admitted it as well. She's 5'9". She only talked to dudes 6'2" and up. I mean, there's only a finite amount of black dudes walking around who are 6'2" or taller. So, I mean, you got to get in where you fit in at this point. We need to stop worrying about height and D size and money and start worrying about how these guys can lead a family, what their ideals and goals are, what makes them tick, how do they view life, their personality, things like that. But we're clearly we're not going to do that in 2025, 2026, and beyond. Let's go.
So she was like, no, every single person was short. It didn't make sense for me. Um, and this entire like way that they're doing this isn't like interesting to me at all. So everyone was just sitting around waiting for the men to come downstairs so that they could have a chance to talk to them, I guess. I was not going to be one of those people sitting and waiting. I mean, that doesn't, what am I supposed to do when they come downstairs? Bum rush them? Especially after you told me they're all pretty much below 5'9". I'm out of here. I stayed for 17 minutes and then I left. Like after that, I had nothing to say. The cool part about it is, two people though, they had seen my previous TikTok, so your girl felt a little viral. Slightly embarrassing, but also fine. I say all that to say that was so bad, and the planners, event planners, owners of that, y'all really got to get it together. Don't ever put together an event like that again. People left extremely disappointed. The only part I am happy about is that that was free. The only thing I did have to pay for was parking, and I'm mad about even that. But truly so unhinged. I also, last point, I can see why men think they're the prize. Like if I was a man dating in this day and age, I would feel like I was the prize too.
Let's stop it right there. So she says she can see why men are the prize. So imagine you a guy. You make six figures. You meet all the requirements, all the sixes. You got the six pack. You got the meat. You got the D size. You got it all. Of course they're the prize. Why wouldn't they be? All women, those 10 guys there were sought after. And the women who were there, they want a guy who's over 6 feet tall. If a guy is over 6 feet tall, make it 6 feet. I mean, it's a and he keep himself in good shape. Yo, the world is his oyster. He can have. He has the pick of the litter. He gets to choose. Women control humping. Men control relationships. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. So if imagine if those 10 guys were over 6 feet tall. I mean, you know the chaos that would have ensued if all 80 of those women were to try to talk to all of those guys. It would have been a nightmare. They would have been. They would have had to compete, and women don't like competing for guys. It feels like they beneath them, but men are the prize because they control outcomes when it comes to getting in relationships. These and every woman want the same guy. So because of that, that guy can basically pick and choose who he want to be with, who he want to entertain, and who he wants to move forward with. So let's go.
85 beautiful, good smelling, intelligent black women sitting in a room just waiting to talk to me, wanting me to pick them. I mean, I would feel like rookie of the year. I don't know what else to say. I would feel like I was the prize too. And I think that's what gives a lot of men this illusion of choice. On dating apps, it feels like endless women. For dating in Charlotte, it feels like an endless amount of women to choose from because we quite literally outnumber them by 7, 8x everywhere we go. I don't know how we're gonna work through this. I don't. Feel free to give me ideas, but I can't see how this can work.
All right.
Already off the check.
I've already seen this. Well, there you have it. I mean, she moved from Houston. I mean, if she wasn't having luck in Houston, I don't know how she's gonna have any luck in Charlotte. It's the issues with dating has nothing to do with the city. It's a because of social media and people are so accessible. The issues are going to be everywhere. It's gonna be a global issue now because black our people, black women want to date black men want to date black women. Women. The problem is black women are very picky. Hey, if he's not, I mean, we're gonna eliminate. I mean, good lord, I may need to look this up. How many black guys are there that meet all the requirements that women want? The 6'6" ambitious and tall, and can pipe them down real good in the bedroom. Man, they ain't that many guys, and man, those guys who qualify, man, they either got don't have no interest in being in a relationship, or they have multiple women that they probably keep a rotation of chicks, and then the rest of the guys who don't meet the requirements, they're basically invisible. They're basically invisible to women. Women aren't interested in those guys because if those women get with a guy like that, you know what they feel like they're doing? Settling. Because women, for whatever reason, oh, I know my worth. I don't know where we came up with this. The market determines your worth. If you're not sought after by any high caliber men, then you're not high caliber. It's just that simple. It's just like any product that you buy. The market determines the value of said product. If no one's buying, if there's not a hot demand for said product by the consumer, then that product's value diminishes. It's the same thing in the dating market. But let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if y'all have ever been to a mixer. I've never been, and I never will because I don't have to. Bottom line. But I hope y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. It's your boy Hendrick. I'm gonna be back with another one later. I'm out. Peace.